This is probably one of the best things I have made on this channel so far. I'm going to tell you that right now. Whether you're planning a party, game day snack, or just a delightful family dinner, these mini meatball subs are guaranteed to impress with their unique twist on a beloved classic. Hi, I'm Tira the Foodie, and I take the mystery out of cooking for you. The magic happens as I carefully hollow out each dinner roll, repurposing the bread to enhance the flavor and texture of these mouth-watering meatballs. And the beauty of using dinner rolls as buns? They're the ideal size to make these mini meatball subs the perfect finger food for any occasion. Now let's get cooking. I just want to say too, hey guys, because pretty much most of you are guys. We were taking a look. Get out of there. Get out of there. So every once in a while, Juicy Joe and I like to look at the analytics of how the channel is doing and what does our audience look like. And it seems about 80% of you are men, which, you know, hey, is great. You guys have good taste. Stop it. Get out of there. So I will do my part and continue to try and, you know, have the cleavage out for you. And you guys will keep coming back and watching my amazing videos because I make good food that's easy to make, and I'll try and be nice on your eyes and return. Today, guys, I am showing you how to make one of your favorite things on the planet, I'm pretty sure. Meatball subs, right? What guy doesn't like meatball subs? And especially this time of year, you have people coming in from out of town, you got family coming over, lots of football games to watch. A tray of mini meatball subs coming right out of the oven, and you put that down, shh, you are the best party host that ever existed, okay? So that is what I'm gonna show you guys how to make today. So the first thing you need to make sure you have is a nice sack of dinner rolls. Now, we actually have these left over from Thanksgiving because I forgot to put them out on the table. And I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with a bag of dinner rolls? And I came up with this idea. So you wanna get these type of dinner rolls that are basically this size. You can see them in my hand here. They're about the size of the palm of my hand. I'm gonna hollow out these dinner rolls, but leaving kind of the, I don't know, the outside to be the buns of our little meatball subs. And then the inside bread that I'm gonna take out, I'm gonna chop all up, and that's gonna be the breadcrumbs that go into our meatball mixture to make our meatballs. I'm a genius. Yeah. So this is how we're gonna do it. I'll show you nice and slow this time, and then we're going to fast mode.
Speed roll.
And we will play some fun music for you while I do the rest. I'm gonna take my knife, just a little tiny bread knife I think is gonna work beautifully. And I'm going to cut down, like hitting the bottom, but trying not to cut through the bottom. And then I'm gonna go around here. I'm gonna come back over here and cut around this way. So I'm hollowing it out as best I can. And now I'm just gonna take my hand and peel out without exposing the bottom, this bread. So we've got the innards here that I'm gonna set aside. And look at this. We've got the cutest little dinner roll boat that we can use to house our mini, or our meatballs. I don't know, the meatballs aren't gonna be mini, really, but your meatball sub is gonna be mini. And how cute is this? You can just, 3 bites, they're gone. Mm-hmm. So this is the vessel that we will be using for our mini meatball subs. So this sack has 12 rolls.
Sack?
Yes. You guys know about sacks, right? My audience is male. They know about sacks. So I have a sack of dinner rolls. There are 12. So we are going to have 12 mini meatball subs. So you might want to do a double recipe because look, if you have more than one friend over, you might need more. So I am going to finish the rest of these dinner rolls and set them over on my sheet pan, and I'll be right back. So I am done hollowing out the dinner rolls, and I've got them sitting here looking all cute on a sheet pan, ready to be stuffed with delicious, savory, glorious, homemade meatballs, sauce, and cheese. So let's get into that. And what are we gonna do with this mountain of dinner roll innards right here? These are the breadcrumbs that are going to go into our meatballs. So we have to make them into breadcrumbs, right? I could break out my food processor and make these into breadcrumbs. Or I could take this chef knife and just cut them up, which I know a lot of you probably don't have a food processor, or maybe you just don't feel like getting it out. So I'm gonna start cutting them up and see if it's a pain in my ass. And if it's not, that's how I'll do it. I'm just gonna literally just chop it up into small little pieces. And I like how it's going. So I'm going to finish chopping up the rest of these dinner roll innards, and then we'll move on to the next step. I'm curious to see how many cups this actually made, and this isn't all. 2 of the innards went to Juicy Joe and he just ate them, and I had a little bite of one of them, so.
That's how she pays me.
Yes.
I get paid.
I just throw him food every once in a while like a fish. All right, here's 1 cup. All right, that's like 2 cups, like 3.5-ish. And that's not using all of it. The next step is to put all the ingredients together to create our delicious meatballs.
Mini meatballs.
They're not mini meatballs, they're mini meatball subs. But the meatballs are normal size.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see. It's in here.
I stand corrected.
You will see.
Okay.
Okay. So this is 2 pounds of what they call meatloaf mixture. And if you see that in the grocery store, it is a mixture of beef and pork. And you put that in a nice big bowl because we're gonna put everything else in here and then mix everything up with our hands. I'm gonna take this ground beef and kind of flatten it out a bit so that I can put all the other ingredients on it and kind of then be able to mix them in evenly. So now that's gonna kind of tell me how many breadcrumbs I wanna put in here. So I'm gonna take about 1 cup here and spread them around. And I'm gonna take about another cup here and spread them around. I would think I'll go 2.5 cups. That's what I'm gonna choose to use. And once I mix this up, if I feel like it needs more, I'll add more breadcrumbs. Next, I'm gonna add 1 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. That is gonna add a lot of flavor. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and take these 2 eggs, crack them, and then scramble them up in this little bowl first, and then I'll add it to the bowl. Oh, I got so much shell in there. I have to get it with the other shell. If you get 1,000 pieces of shell in your damn egg, take one of these shells, and for some reason the shells are kind of attracted to each other, and you can kind of fish them out. Jesus Christ. You have a cooking show. You can't not get the shells in. Get yourself a little fork, and always poke your yolks first, and then scramble away. And then I will add this mixture to the bowl. So the next thing I'm going to add is minced garlic or garlic ran through a garlic press. I suggest you get a garlic press because it will change your damn life. And you can click on the link over here to shop my favorite things. It'll take you to my website, tarathefoodie.com, and you can pick up one of these for yourself. It's freaking awesome. And the reason is because you're gonna take your garlic cloves, and I suggest 3 cloves of garlic. You can, put more or less depending on what you like. But you just take the clove, you don't have to take the skin off or anything, and you put it in, skin on, close it down, and then just smash it right into whatever the hell you're making. And it comes out. And then you can open it back up, take out the skin, just put it off to the side somewhere. Sometimes there's some of the minced garlic there, and then just keep adding until you're done. Next, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley. Now we want to salt and pepper this mixture. Pepper as well, and of course that is always to taste, I feel like. So if you're a big pepper guy, go crazy. Ooh, I can just smell it. Okay. The last thing that you want to put in this mixture before you start to mix it up with your hands is water. And I have just like lukewarm water here. I'm not going to just pour this whole thing in there. I'm going to go about a half a cup at a time because we want to moisten these breadcrumbs with this mixture. And we want the meatballs to hold together as well. So you don't want to put too much in. So I'm going to drizzle some over and then start to mix it together. And then you're just going to know, is it holding together when you try to make a meatball? If not, I've got a little more bread I can add to it. If it needs to have a little more moisture, I'll add a little water. So I've got about a half a cup left. So this was pretty much a cup. And now I'm going to mix it up and see how the consistency feels. You know, I have to order more of these. Once I get more of these, if you guys want a koozie, all you have to do is, you know, just leave a really awesome comment down below. I will let you know if I'm gonna send you a koozie. If you just made my heart happy with your comment, I'll send you one of these. They're awesome. Let's get mixing. I love how meatballs smell when you mix them together. My God. I almost feel like I want to add a little more, to be honest with you. So I'm actually going to put the rest of this in, which is about a cup. So that means I used, well, I think this is by 3 cups-ish. And because I added a little more breadcrumb, I'm going to add a little more water. Do I want that? I think I'm going to add the whole cup. I feel it. I feel it. Going back in. At the end of the day, it's pretty hard to fuck up a meatball. Honestly, you could take just ground beef, no bread, throw a bunch of shit in it, roll it in a ball, fry it up. As long as it's got enough salt and pepper in it, you're probably going to be okay. I mean, it'll taste at least a little good. These are going to taste fucking amazing. Now that I've mixed all the ingredients together thoroughly, it's time to make them into meatballs. You want to grab yourself an ice cream scooper that is about this size, which, I don't know, here's my hand, so you can kind of see what size it is. I don't know what to tell you, but this will make all the meatballs uniform for you, and it's just gonna make your life easier. So just go ahead and take your scooper and scoop up. It could be a little bit overfilled. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then just place it into your hand and roll it up into a meatball. It's got a nice texture, it's bouncy, and it's becoming a nice, perfect little meatball for me. And then I'm just gonna place it onto this sheet pan right here. And I'm gonna do that until I run out of meatball mixture.
Speed roll.
Speed roll! We ended up with 39 meatballs, which means we need 36 for the Mini Meatball Subs, and we have a few that we get to snack on when we're done. Once you make it over to the stove, the first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and then turn on your fire underneath a heavy bottom, large pan with deep sides. Turn your fire up to like medium high.
Burner.
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 Turn the burner on. You know what I mean. Turn fire on. Make fire. Put it on. Underneath. Ban. There. Make fire. He's gonna make pan hot. We're talking to dudes. They're fine, they're fine. So, but you wanna make sure that your pan has deep enough sides because we're not only frying the meatballs in here, but I'm gonna end up pouring a jar of sauce in here. So you want there to be enough room for all of that to happen. And we will fry up the meatballs, maybe in batches. I don't think they're all gonna fit, but once they're fried up, we can kind of pile them all up on top of each other, and I think they'll fit with the sauce. We will find out. The next thing you wanna do once your pan is hot is put some olive oil, some light olive oil into your pan, just enough to where it's coating the bottom of your pan. We'll let that heat up a little bit, and then I'm going to add the meatballs to the pan. Just gonna drop them in. So now they're gonna fry for just a minute or two on one side. You wanna use a spatula to flip them over on the other side and just get them to where you're browning them all over the meatballs. We will be able to simmer them in the sauce after this, so you'll be sure that they will be cooked all the way inside. They're also going into the oven. So really just focus on browning them all the way around and you'll be good to go. So all of the meatballs have now been browned all over, and we have this glorious mountain
Get out of the way.
of delicious meatballs that you better lay your hands off of right now. So you'll have your little mountain of meatballs. Now you're gonna find, and I only put that one amount of oil that you saw me put in there. And then this is the leftover oil from that, as well as the grease that comes out of your meatballs as they cook. We don't need all of this in our sauce. So go ahead and take your pan wherever you dump it. We always just take it out in the backyard and dump it. So get rid of the extra oil, and then we will return these meatballs to the pan and add the sauce. What? Can you open the door for me? God, he has a headlamp on, you guys. Seriously? Look at this. Christ's sake. Yeah, and yeah, we have Tara the Foodie everywhere in our house because we are that stuck on ourselves. I'm gonna dump this out in the backyard because I'm Tara Lynn. I'm gonna try not to fall off the deck. Oh. Oh. Okay, oh, my microphone's going crazy. Let's go back in.
Exciting.
This is exciting stuff. Behind the scenes. And just any little bits that are kind of too dark, just get them all out of there with your spatula and just discard them into your sink. We don't need that messing up our final product. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn my heat back on, just to medium.
Burner.
My burner, the fire, put fire back on at medium heat.
You are going to get a chuckle out of yourself when you hear that.
I know. I'm gonna be sitting there editing, just being like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, once you put fire back on medium, then just take all of your glorious meatballs and return them to the pan. They may not all fit in one layer, it doesn't matter. So just try and even them out a little bit. And now grab yourself your favorite jarred marinara sauce. I'm going to grab this one over here, which is from Little Italy here in Cleveland, Ohio. Oh, okay. So just open up your jar and just pour it in with the hot meatballs. Once you've got your sauce in your pan, you just want to kind of just stir up your meatballs so that they're all covered with the sauce. And then we're gonna put the lid on and let them simmer on like medium low for about 10 minutes just to make sure they're cooked through and they start to pull in the flavors of the marinara sauce. We're gonna turn it down to between medium and low and then put the lid on. And now we are ready to assemble our mini meatball subs. So I'm going to take the cover off of this pot of glorious meatballs. And look at that. Wonderful meatballs and some nice hot sauce ready to go into these open-faced dinner rolls. So grab yourself some tongs, and you guys know what to do before you do anything with tongs. 3 meatballs to every dinner roll. Get those suckers to fit. 3 meatballs. Just, yeah, look how perfect. And do that with all of your dinner rolls until they're all filled up with delicious, glorious, saucy meatballs. Ooh, these are for us, babe. These right here are the chef's snack. Now, you want to spoon over some extra sauce, because duh, of course. So once you've got all your meatballs and sauce in your dinner rolls, the last thing to do is to top it with a half a slice of mozzarella cheese. Just simply take a slice and place it on top of each mini meatball sub. I'm going to take these over to a 350-degree oven, put them in for about 10 minutes or until the cheese is melted and they are bubbly and hot. All right, we're ready to take the mini meatball subs out of the oven. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice and melty. So as soon as you take these beauties out of the oven, go ahead and have some fresh chopped parsley ready to go. And while they're nice and hot, go ahead and sprinkle some fresh parsley on top to garnish. And here are my mini meatball subs. And now it's my favorite time of every video, time to taste. Okay, I am so excited and I am ready to bite into this meatball sub. I'm praying that it doesn't burn my mouth. This isn't like a pizza roll situation. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know if it's gross to show you my bite.
No, we have to see that
texture.
We have to see that texture.
You have to see it.
Cut through with those.
There is so much to say about this. This is probably one of the best things I have made on this channel so far. I'm going to tell you that right now. You would think that possibly the dinner rolls might be too crunchy or too tough when you bite into them. That was something I had in my head. Soft, buttery tasting. The inside of the meatballs are so soft and fluffy. The sauce, just the flavor of the sauce that the meatballs were simmering in, and then this mozzarella cheese on top really makes it, because it's got that cheesy, just exactly what you want in a really good meatball sub. And it's freaking cute. I mean, look how cute this is. It's a perfect portion for somebody that doesn't want to sit there and try and eat a whole huge meatball sub and then feel like shit right after, you know, like you can have a meatball sub, you know, and still feel pretty decent afterwards. These are perfect party food, perfect to serve as just a fun dinner one night for your family.
Oh, you know what else?
What?
Kids' lunches.
Kids' lunches, you're right. Make these immediately. All my guys out there, you're gonna go crazy for these. And all of my ladies out there, you will love them as well, because I know the ladies that watch my show are the cool ones. You guys know where it's at. You like to eat. Thank you for stopping by, hanging out with us again today. Thank you so much for subscribing. Tell your friends, share my videos with your family. Like, let's make this thing huge. Make sure you click the like button, let me know if you like it, and click the notification bell below so that you never miss a video. I'm Tara the Foodie, taking the mystery out of cooking for you, and I will see you next time. Yeah. This is what our cameraman is wearing today. So if you hear sleigh bells in the background of this entire video, this is why. Now that I've mixed up this and now that I've combined, it's time to make them into meatballs.
It's not your fault, low carb bear. It's not.
It's not your fault.
Ultra zoom now.
Are you zooming on my cleavage again? Oh my. These are really good.
Amazingly soft.
Yeah.
There's got to be that extra cup of breadcrumbs.
Yeah. The extra breadcrumbs and the moisture.
Water.
And
Yeah, the water that you added.
yeah. Yes, please.
That's the winner, folks.